Hey guys, this is Jared, and this is my 50th video that I've done for my channel, and because it's 50, which is a lot, I've decided to do something a little different and a little special. There's no review, and instead, I just kind of want to talk. I know that can probably be very boring and probably uninteresting, but I don't know. I just feel like something special needs to be for this 50th review, and, well, it's not a review, but I just want to talk a little bit to you guys about movies and about what I'm planning for the channel in the future. Anyway, I want to start off with I think it's insane that I've made 50 videos so far on this channel, and I literally only started in February, I think, with my first review, The Cloverfield Paradox. This wasn't just a thing that I had been really wanting to do. This was a thing that I felt like I had to do at first. I actually first started doing reviews on my Instagram account. They were just small little text reviews with the picture of the film, and they talked about, what I liked about the film, what I didn't like about the film, but they were really simple. And at the beginning of this year, when I started watching the newer movies that were coming out, when I did Cloverfield Paradox, I originally planned a review, and I wanted to get a little bit more detail into my reviews. So I decided to write a huge review and post it on Instagram. But the problem with that was Instagram has a limit to how many characters you can have in a post, and I didn't want to put it into all the comments, so I scratched that idea. And then I wrote another review. And this review, I thought this would be something great to put onto video. And I discussed with my friend about it, and he thought I should go for it. I spoke to a lot of people about it, and they agreed that they would watch it and thought it was actually a cool way to do reviews. And so I got out my iPad and just started recording myself doing the review, basically. And back then I started with just posting pictures and stuff, and I'm using iMovie. I've always used iMovie. I'm not too tech savvy when it comes to different editing softwares. I wouldn't know how to start, but iMovie was just the quick and simple way to do it, and it was a bitch in the beginning. If any of you guys have watched my earlier reviews, you know that I started out not showing my face in the review because I was a little nervous on camera. I'm not too good on camera anyway, and as you guys can tell, I'm not good on camera here either. But I basically just did that because it was how I felt comfortable. And so I did that for the Cloverfield Paradox and the Paddington 2 review. Anyway, so I went from those two reviews, and then I think the next video was the 50 Shades review, which 50 Shades Freed was a movie. I went out and I absolutely hated it. And I felt like this would be a good time to do a review with me in front of the camera. So I did all I could. I filmed inside my closet because in my house there's not a lot of room in it, and there's a lot of walls that are just covered with stuff, and the wall in my closet was the only wall that was solid and didn't have anything on it. Alright guys, I just thought I'd show you the closet that I filmed my first reviews in. It's quite a mess in here, but yeah, this was my closet space. Yeah, there's some old toys that I haven't gotten rid of yet, and some old board games, and this was, yeah, I had a lot of stuff to move around, and it was, as you can see, it's really cramped inside here, so I'm glad I'm where I am now, because this was horrible setting up every time I did something, so yeah. So I was sitting in this cramped closet doing this review without a tripod or anything like that, because I was filming it on my iPad at the time, and I was filming looking at myself, so I was filming using the front camera, which sucked because you were looking at yourself. I was afraid of looking wrong into the camera, and that was just a problem I had to deal with. And man, guys, those first videos were really rough because I would constantly have to bring a chair up from the kitchen and put it in there and clean out my closet just to film a review. And honestly, it came to a point where I thought I didn't want to do these reviews anymore. But I had a lot of support from a lot of friends that watched my videos, and it kept me going. And what eventually happened was, I think I started filming in front of this bookcase, like, I think it was during the Twin Peaks Season 1 review. It was just one of those things that I needed a good place to film, and, I mean, this bookcase is a mess, but it's a good background, I think. And it's better than a boring yellow background like Nostalgia Critic or anything like that. But anyway, I had finally gotten like an attachment for an iPhone, and I started thinking that maybe I could do this better on my iPhone. And so I got an attachment and I attached it to a tripod, and I've been doing videos like that ever since, and it seems to be working. But yeah, I never thought I would get this far. 50 videos is quite a lot, especially in a span of only a couple months. I mean, I started in February and now it's at the end of July. That's a lot. I watched a lot of movies, and some are good, some are not good. And I actually watched an entire filmmaker's filmography in that time. That was interesting. But honestly, I didn't think this channel would actually go anywhere. I wasn't actually doing this channel for views or to get money or do anything like that. I didn't do it so much for people to see my videos. I mean, I wanted people to see my videos, but I was mostly doing it for myself. I wanted to have a way of doing basically a vlog, kind of like a video diary of what I thought of certain movies, and that way I could better determine how I thought about the movie then by rewatching them and come to a conclusion maybe near the end of the year. And that was something that I was really keen on. I didn't do it for fame. I mean, I'm not famous. I have like 36 subscribers. Like, that's pitiful compared to a lot of people. But I mostly did it just because I wanted to record myself talking about movies. And I mean, I had a lot of support from friends, family members. People were watching my videos, not a whole lot. And then something happened. I post a bunch of like stuff to my channel and stuff. Like once I do a video, I post it on Facebook, I post it on Instagram, I post it on my Snapchat. I don't have Twitter, so that's out of the way. But when I do videos, if you see my Instagram at all, you'll see that I use a lot of hashtags just trying to get my video out there as much as I can. And one day, basically, things changed. I got a like and a comment from this really cool guy. I'm gonna say his name out loud here. Jared Poirier, a very kind and awesome Canadian that shares the same name as me, and he made that very apparent when he messaged me. And we talked a little bit, and that really helped me with continuing with these videos. It happened at a time where I didn't really know if I wanted to continue, and that was maybe around, I'm gonna say, like the Tomb Raider review, or even when I was doing the Avengers review. I just didn't know if I wanted to continue, but he helped me a lot. Like, just by seeming interested. And then I subscribed to him. He does awesome videos too. And I I got into wanting to do more, and I think it's because of him that I really enjoy doing these. And I do it for myself too, but I decided to, have a little fun with my reviews at one point. I don't do it so much now because coming up with stuff is really hard, honestly. But, like, I would have, like, cool little intros to my videos that would entice people. I did an entire review with the Deadpool mask, and that was fun. And then Jared started introducing me to an entire online community of just small time reviewers like me. Some are way better than I can ever be and way more talented, and like they get more views than me, but they've been around a lot longer, and they help me out a lot too. They're great guys to talk to, and they support me, and that's really encouraging, and I thank a lot for them. They're great guys, all of them. And yeah, so I continued doing these videos, and it got to a point where I was doing a lot of videos, like 3 a week sometimes, maybe 4, just one after the other. I was just bombarding people with reviews. People probably hated me because of just how I was blowing up Facebook or Instagram. But I don't know, I just like watching movies. That's always been a passion of mine. I've maybe this would be time to just talk about my love of movies. I told you this is going to be a long video, so I just want to talk about it a little bit. So, I. Okay, so my love of movies started, and. Alright, so where did my love of movies start? Um, I can't honestly remember the first movie I ever saw. I remember a lot of Disney movies, but I can't remember the first movie I ever saw. And I don't know if I can even remember the first movie I saw in the theater. But there's one movie that I can remember thoroughly, and I remember the experience. Not well, but it had to be in 2001 when I saw Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. That's the first movie I remember seeing in the theaters. And I loved that movie. I still love it. It's just an attachment to it that will never leave me. Um, I love that movie, but that wasn't the movie that really stuck with me. That was what came out later on that year, only a couple weeks or months from it. I saw Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring. That was 2001. So I was about 6 years old, 6 or 7 years old when I saw that, and it blew my mind away. And what was crazy was I was 6 years old and I was watching this 2 hour, 55-minute movie, and I wasn't bored for a second. I loved that movie. Now, it it didn't it wasn't like I had this deep understanding of the entire narrative of the film. I just remember really enjoying it. I learned to appreciate The Lord of the Rings way after. And that movie changed me a lot. In fact, the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy changed me a lot. Peter Jackson is the one director that I look to as basically my idol. He is the reason I love movies and I love watching them. And I still remember watching the Two Towers special features on DVD. I didn't have Fellowship of the Ring on DVD at that time. I had it on VHS, but I watched the Two Towers special features. Now, they didn't have all of them because the extended cuts weren't out yet. And I remember watching them and just loving learning about how a movie was made. And it was at that point I really started loving movies and wanted to know how they were made. I didn't try to go after this dream for a long time, but Two Towers was really the movie that made me truly love movies, and it's because of the special features, but it's Fellowship of the Ring that started it all. And ever since then, I've just loved watching movies. And I remember it wasn't until 2010 when I saw Inception in the theaters, when I really had that experience again, like I had with The Lord of the Rings. And I thought to myself, I love movies. That film moved me so much. And it was just a very important film for me at that time. It was my best film ever for a while. It was my favorite film for a while. That's changed, but it's still up there. Yeah, do I have problems with the movies now? Yeah, but when you have an attachment to a film, when you see something at a certain time in your life, um, just the way you're feeling at that time really makes an impact on the viewing experience. And that's what happened with Inception and why I can't see flaws in it. It's something so near and dear to my heart. And it was, I continued on loving movies, always loving movies, continuing just watching as many movies as I can, and there's still a lot I haven't seen. I still haven't seen all the classics out there. And that's why I wanted to eventually make movies as well. Um, I make movies with my best friend. We're still working on the same movie we've been working on for 4 years. That's fun though. But we still have ideas for other movies, and I've grown a love of screenwriting, and I've written some movies we can make, some movies we can't, at least yet. But I love movies so much, and I love the process of them all, and I just love talking about them. And to bring this back to everything there that I said in the beginning, I love talking about movies and sharing my opinions. And so that comes back to doing movie reviews. I it's a lot of fun doing these, and I enjoy it, and I'm glad there's some people out there that enjoy these. I don't expect to become a big YouTube sensation. I don't expect to get 100 subscribers. I just like doing these because they're fun, and if there's people that enjoy these, I will continue to make more. I'm sorry, guys, that I got so sappy there, but I just want you all to know just this is all coming from the heart. And this is where I want to talk about my plans for the future of this channel. I want to be better. I want to get a lot better. I'm a stuttering, mumbling idiot, if you can't tell. I stutter through all my reviews. I make videos that are 5 to 10 minutes long, and they're actually, when you film them, it's like 20 minutes of footage that you have to cut down just because I'm mumbling so much, because I have so many jump cuts in my videos. It's awful. It's so bad. Maybe that's just me not being completely comfortable with the camera, but sometimes it works better than other times. I guess it just depends on the movie I'm talking about. If I'm really passionate about it, I can go on forever without stuttering. And sometimes I just lose my train of thought, so that's a thing too. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. I want to make this channel grow a lot more, and I want to change some things and do some new things as well. Basically, what I want to do is still continue what I'm doing, making reviews for everybody, doing movie reviews for things that are currently in theaters, on DVD, and movies like classics and stuff like that, and films that I love. So that's why I want to put together a schedule. A schedule, you could say. It's not going to be like anything too strict, but I've made a lot of videos. I mean, as I said, I've made 50 videos in just, what, 7 months or so, 6 months. That, I don't know, that's a lot for a reviewer that only gets like an average of 20 views for a video or something like that. Like, I don't know. But what I want to do is I'm going to set a schedule for myself. And the schedule is I'm going to do 2 reviews per week. We'll have them set for, we'll say Fridays and Sundays. So right around the weekends, which that's a good time because people are off and that'll work a lot better. Why 2 reviews? Because I don't want to make too many reviews in like a week, so 2 will be fine. And my plan is to do 1 review will be 1 movie that's currently in theaters, and the other will be what I'll deem classic reviews. Now, what I mean by the term classic is not exactly that they're a classic, well-known, flawless, one of the greatest films ever made kind of movies. They can be that, but it's just going to be movies that I want to spotlight on the show. And there's plenty to pick from. So I'm going to do that. Sometimes that might not happen, though. I mean, seeing movies is expensive at the theater, so I may not always get to see a movie in the theaters that I want to see. So in that case, I will do 2 classic reviews a week. That's just if those I can't see a movie in the theater during that week. So yeah, that's what I'll do. And I also am not going to be too strict with the schedule. I said Friday and Sunday. I'll try to do it like that, but I mean, I don't always see a movie on Thursday or Friday. Tuesdays is always a very cheap day at the theater, so I might see movies at that time. And I don't want to spend too long without doing a review. So I kind of want to basically say that I'll do 2 reviews a week, but it can be at different times throughout the week, but they won't be one after the other. I won't do that because that's overkill. I want to have time for my reviews to breathe a little and people to see them before they move on to the next video. So that's what I'm going to do with that. So yeah, I'm excited for the classic reviews. I've done a couple of classic reviews too. Like, I did a review of The Duelist recently, of Jaws, and all the David Lynch movies I would deem as classic reviews. And I've got a ton more to do. I've got a ton of movies to see, guys. As I said, I want to see as many movies as possible, and even the classics. In fact, I've got something to show you guys, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So, what do I mean by just making a bunch of reviews with all the classics and seeing as many movies as possible? Well, I have this trusty thing right here. This notebook has a list of all the directors that are considered the greatest directors of all time and their entire filmographies, as well as directors that are people that I want to see. Maybe they're filmmakers that I want to watch more of their filmography and get a feel for them. And there's a lot a lot in this book right here. I may never even get to see all of them. Who knows? But that is a goal of mine to do. I want to complete this, hopefully. But I have a lot of reviews I can do, and basically what I'll do is, depending on how I feel at the time of doing a classic review, I might just be like, I want to talk about that movie, or I want to talk about this movie, or I might just do the old close my eyes, turn to a page, and pick a random movie, and that's what we'll do. That might be the fun way to do that. So, I mean, that's something I might do starting as soon as I can. So, I think that's basically the setup that is going to be. So, we're going to have the movie reviews, the regular movie reviews, and then we're going to have the classic reviews. So, that'll be something cool for everybody. And I get to see a lot of movies and document them. Also, I'll be doing TV show reviews, so look forward to those, as well as something else I want to end up doing. I want to do videos on video games. I want to review video games. I want to expand my channel to all sorts of media. And I'm a big lover of video games, so that's perfect for me. Now, I'll put a limit on the video games that I do, at least for now, because doing video games, you really have to play through them enough to really get an understanding for mechanics, story, gameplay, and you just need a lot of time to do a video on a game review. So what I have planned is to do a video game review every month. Every month I'll do a new video game, as well as, I don't know how this will go, but I've been considering streaming my gameplay of games. I have a PS4, so it'll probably just be PS4 games. But, that's still something fun to do. And, so, I'll get back to you guys if I end up doing the streaming, and what time around will I be streaming? I play games whenever, so the streaming will just be whenever I decide to stream. So, and usually what I have planned is the games that I will be streaming are usually going to be games that I'm going to end up reviewing at some point. So you might get some early details of what I think of the game as I play them, so that's fun. But yeah, that's basically what I want to do with my channel. I want to continue doing movie reviews, but not do them as frequently, and stick to a schedule that is flexible. As I said, I'm not going to stick to the Friday, Sunday schedule if I can't. Also, I have classes in the fall and spring, so that might put a damper on some reviews. I might even have to resort to one review a week. Who knows, but time will tell. Basically, though, that's all I really want to say. I know this video ran really long, but I just wanted to do something a little special and a little different for you guys for the 50th review or video. So this is something that I wanted to do for a while. I just didn't know how to go about it. I didn't mean to get too emotional, but I wanted to tell you guys about basically my emotional journey through film, as well as getting started and why I do reviews in the first place. And basically what I want to do with this channel. Oh, also, there is another thing I forgot to mention. Every 50 reviews, this is the plan at least, every 50 reviews, I'm planning on making reviews on films that I love. These might be my favorite films or just films that I really enjoy. So look forward to those, and also about every 100 videos, so the next one coming up, I will review one of my favorite films of all time, or at least what I think is one of my favorite films of all time at the time. So yeah, look forward to those, and look forward to all my other videos. And guys, I just really enjoy making these, and I hope you enjoy watching them, those that do. And I hope this channel can grow. I mean, I don't expect it to, but it would be really cool. But anyway, guys, that's all I got to say. So, I'm not gonna say the usual thing that I say. You can subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I don't know why this would be your first time watching one of my videos. This video is like 30 minutes long. But yeah, like this video, share it, and I don't know, just tell people about my channel, and I don't know, just do whatever. And I just thank you guys for supporting me for the past couple months, and I hope you guys continue to support me. I'll be going on and on if you don't, but it's really appreciated. And yeah, guys, that's all I got to say. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next review. Bye.